morning, children. Welcome to online classes. Today, in this video, you are going to learn about one lab activity. So, this arrangement is called the lab activity. Previously, you know about the force. This is the diagram for the force, frictional force. See here, now this is the block diagram. Now we can take as book diagram also. Now, downward is the floor. Block is on the floor or book is on the floor. Now you consider it as the book. Now this floor exerts some force on the book. That force only is called the frictional force. The force exerted by the floor on the book is called frictional force or simply friction. How can we define the frictional force or friction, children? The force exerted by the floor on the book is called frictional force or simply friction. Now that friction we can discuss now. So this is the lab activity. So whenever activities will come, that time we have to write the aim and materials required. Now aim. To understand the nature of friction and to study the concept of static friction. What is the aim? To understand the nature of the friction and the concept of static friction. This is the aim, children. Next, one is the materials required. Now, the materials required are, you see the diagram. Now, this one is called block of wood. Down one is called tie trolley. Next, table, inextensible string, pulley, weight hanger and weight. These are the materials required. See children once. So this is called wooden block. Next, this is called toy trolley. Next, this is called table. This is called inextensible string. Inextensible string. Now this is called pulley. Now this is called weight hanger. Now this is called weights. So these are the materials required. What do you call? These are the materials. Say children, what are the materials required? Small wooden block, toy trolley, table, inextensible string, pulley, weight hanger, weights, and the table. So these are the materials required in order to do the lab activity. Next, coming to the procedure. See the diagram, children. From this diagram only we can write our own words. Here, toy trolley means the children who plays with the trolley is called the toy trolley. Now we have to take a toy trolley and it is placed on the table. Now we have to take a small wooden block, and this small wooden block is kept on the toy trolley. Next, we have to take an inextensible string. The one end of the inextensible string is connected to the trolley. Here we can connect. We have to tie the one end of the inextensible string to the trolley, and another end is passed through the pulley and it is connected to the weight hanger. So the other end of the inextensible string is connected to the weight hanger. Inextensible string means it will not extend, it will not stretch. Inextensible string. Now to this weight hanger we can connect the weights. First we have to connect only one weight, afterwards we can connect the more weights. Now whenever we connect one weight to the weight hanger, then what happens? The toy trolley moves towards the left side with an acceleration. This is the direction of motion of the trolley. Left side it moves. Now you focus on this. Now the wooden block. Now the wooden block is at rest to the surface of the toy trolley, because this wooden block is on the toy trolley. Now this wooden block is also rest with respect to the toy trolley. Now toy trolley is moving, along with the toy trolley the wooden block is also moving. Now the wooden block is in motion with respect to the surface of the table. With respect to the surface of the table. Now we can increase the weights to the weight hanger. So if we add more weights to the weight hanger, then that time what happens? For some time the block also moves along with the toy trolley. Block is at rest only. But after some time, what happens? This block moves in the right side direction. Moves in the right side direction. Now, that value, the value of weight of the now, if you see this diagram, here, whenever we increase the weights, That time the toy trolley moves with more acceleration. Previously what happened? Block is at rest on the surface of the toy trolley only. Now whenever we increase the weights, that time what is happening? The block moves in the opposite direction. Previously it moved like this. Now it not moving like that. Here it is small only. You don't think that it will fall down. Some big diagram you can, big triangle you can take. So that time up to this much big triangle, then the block will move left side towards right side. Now the block is moving towards the left side along with the toy trolley. Here in this case, what happens? Now the surface of the trolley wants to keep the wooden block at rest. Now the normal frictional force which is present in the trolley is making the wooden block at rest. But here now the wooden block also applying some force on the trolley and it wants to move in the rightward direction. So now whenever we go on increasing the weights, that time what happens? At a certain limiting acceleration or limiting weight, the block moves in the rightward direction. The block moves in the rightward direction. So that value we want, that value we can find. So now if we increase the weight, then the acceleration of the trolley also increases. Yet this certain limiting acceleration or limiting weight, the motion of the block moves in the reverse direction, that is in the rightward direction. Now there exists a relative motion between the surfaces of the trolley and the block. There exists a relative motion between the surfaces of the trolley and the block. So from this activity we can define the friction as follows. The force which opposes the relative motion of two surfaces of the bodies in contact is called frictional force. In the previous activity, the book moves with respect to the floor. You can take this example also. Now if you consider this is the book and down one is the floor. The book is moving with respect to the floor. Now that friction is called sliding friction. Now we can define the sliding friction as follows. Sliding friction is the friction when the surface of one object moves relative to the surface of another object. Now you see the diagram here. Here the book surface is moving relative to the surface of the floor. That friction is called sliding friction. One object is moving on the other object. So that type of friction is called sliding friction. What do you call? Sliding friction. So sliding friction can be defined as follows. Sliding friction is the friction which comes into play when the surface of one object moves over the surface of another object. See now here, in this activity, lab activity, the block is at rest with respect to the surface of the trolley till certain limiting acceleration. Now the friction present is called static friction. What do you say? Here the block is at rest with the surface of the trolley till certain limiting acceleration. Now the friction present between the block and the trolley is called static friction. Now that static friction can be defined as follows. That static friction comes into play when the surfaces of the two objects are at rest relative to each other, even when there is an external force is acted on the two objects. See, from this lab activity, we observe that there exist two types of frictions at a time. First one is the sliding friction between the surface of the table and trolley, because on the surface of the table trolley is moving. This friction is called sliding friction. What do you call? Sliding friction. Next, another friction is the friction which is present between the surface of the trolley and the block, because the block is at rest on the surface of the trolley. This friction present is called static friction. What do you call? Static friction. So the friction present between the table surface and trolley is called sliding friction, and the friction which is present between the block and the surface of the trolley is called static friction. We can discuss the other topics in the next video. Thank you.